Hi there, it's the Frankenstein. Hope everyone is keeping safe in these trying times. No cheesy jokes today before my intro because of the grim situation that we all find ourselves in. But what I am gonna do today is start doing lists. Yes, the lists. For some time now, I've been thinking about a topic to do my list, but long behold came Smarty Girly with her updated 10 for Life list. And this actually transported myself to my own origin stories into how I got into the fragrance game. And originally it was seeing those 10 for Life, and I saw Jeremy doing his 10 for Life, and then I later navigated to the other major reviewers. Mr. Joy Amin has been absolutely instrumental in my whole journey. That's apart from being, we're actually good friends. When I went home, I actually met that guy, and he's just an amazing person, and I'm just grateful to him, not because of the push that he's given me to start my own channel, but also because of the fact that he has helped my passion, the love for fragrances, grow through his work. Today, the list that I'm going to cover is the list that Smurfy Girly came up with. It's not technically a tag. She actually urged everyone to update their 10 for Life, and I saw that basically as my outlet to do my own. That actually gave away the idea to do the list. That was the outlet actually. So, without further ado, let's get on with the list after the intro. My list kicks off with Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal Cologne. Which starts off with a beautiful melange of citrusy notes and dries down to this nutty almond note. Juicy and nutty, and it has it's like absolute quality for the price point it's going for. This was between Dior Homme Sport and Guerlain, but Dior is actually doing great in the list, as you'll see later. That's why Guerlain took the cake here. And I heard that this is gonna get discontinued soon, so if you really like this kind of fragrances, I would suggest stocking up before it demands for astronomical prices. Now the situation that this for me personally, the situation that this caters to is the gym. If you're a person who goes to the gym from time to time, this is a great gym scent. This is what I like to smell like if I'm stuck with 10 bottles for the rest of my life. Juicy and nutty, but not so much though. Easy on the sprayer, but even if you overspray, I don't think people are going to get offended. Next, number 9 is Jean Paul Gaultier Superman Au Fresh, a minty juicy concoction that starts off fresh and has that background of the original Le Male DNA. This is an absolute pleasure to wear in those summer and spring days. Has that rejuvenating effect on you. This is actually my library scent, and this has generated quite the amount of compliments in those specific settings, and in these distressing times this is my calming fragrance. So if there's a setting that I need a fragrance to put this in, that would be my zen mode, like the time when I need to comfort myself, my sleep scent, times like this is the perfect scent to go to. That's it. Next, number 8, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense Pour Homme. Gosh, that's a huge ass name, but this is an absolute pleasure, guys. Damn, this just transports you to the holiday vibe, just in front of the sea, without a care in the world. This is where I want to be right now, not stuck here. Not that I'm complaining. The truest imagery, this fragrance is the truest imagery of ocean breeze encapsulated in a bottle. This is the closest you can get in the fragrance world to depict a carefree holiday by the beach. Period. Performance on steroids for this one. For summer fragrance, this does incredible longevity and projection. Gosh, I can't stop smelling this. So if I need one fragrance to cover my holiday face, this will be it. Next, Lucky 7 comes in the form of this beautiful bottle. Look at that. Looks like a gem found beneath the ocean floor, one of those pearls. Bulgari's Aqua Amara is my number 7, my undisputed summer champion. This has garnered me so many compliments over the years. And this is a true tried and tested compliment magnet fragrance in those summer days. So if I want to be stuck with 10 fragrances, gotta get that compliment factor in. This has done it for me in the past, and I'm sure it will continue to do it in the future. I'm not gonna talk much about this fragrance, how it smells like, because I've already covered it in details. I've reviewed it. I'll drop the link down below, and actually I'm gonna drop down every links below for all the relevant channels that will be named in this video, so check them out. But if there's a description that comes to my mind, a very good description as a reference point would be Jeremy. He described this as the strength of the ocean, and rightfully so. But for me, what it depicts is sitting by the beach in sitting by the beach in the evening, and you have some incense burning in the background. That is what this is evocative of. Extremely long lasting, does wonders in those high temperatures. Number 6 is Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. People who have followed my channel from the beginning, to you folks, this shouldn't come as a surprise, strictly because of the sentimental value, and also because I don't see any fragrances in this genre outperforming this. This is a modern day clubbing king. I think quite comes close to this. And also, I've actually garnered positive response from one of my friends when he actually reached out to me and said that the very first fragrance that I've reviewed, he actually purchased it, and it has gotten him a lot of compliments and positive attention. And I can't stress you enough how good it feels for a reviewer when your recommendations to your viewers actually work. So that's it. I'll leave it at that. Now, top 5. Things are getting serious. Number 5. None of you will predict what's coming here. Happyland Fragrance Studio Queer Cafe. That's my number 5. Why do you ask? Well, Happyland as a house, I think it's now getting a lot of love, and I'm liking why the positive exposure that they're getting at the moment, because they really do have quite an extensive amount of fragrances that are really good. And especially in E.J. Wells is a masterclass of a perfumer when it comes to crafting various fragrances, giving it a gourmand twist. This isn't further from it. This is Tuscan leather DNA tweaked with a coffee note. Now, to an average person, or let's say even to me, when I heard this, queer cafe effectively means leather and coffee. So even from the outset, those two notes are really rich and deep and dark and could bode an anomalous result. So you wouldn't actually think these two notes will actually work. But the way E.J. Wells have crafted this has an ozonic feel. This doesn't choke you out, this gives you best of both worlds actually. And the specific category that this fragrance covers for me is date night. I think a girl doesn't want, I think for a girl, coffee and a guy with a biker jacket, nothing beats that. Nothing beats that on a date night. And for that, this just falls in that just satisfies that category for me. And thanks to Darren for putting this on my radar. As for my number 4, Dior has come back, and it's Dior Homme Parfum, which is my number 4 position. This is just, oh man, every whiff is a pleasure with this. Absolute pleasure. The manly flower, the manly floral is undoubtedly the iris. If you've smelled this, could come off metrosexual, but every time I wear this, I feel so confident. This is for those up-class occasion that when you want to be suited and booted up and feel really, I don't know, posh. This is the fragrance. This is my fragrance. This is my go-to for those occasions. The brilliant iris note coupled with leather, and when that soft oud pops up in the dry down, this is just gorgeous. This is just brilliant. And maybe because I'm here, that's why it came by Dior Homme Parfum became my preference. Maybe if I was back home, maybe Dior Homme Intense could easily take its place. Like, environment actually plays a huge role in your preferences and choices, and that's actually a thing. What else I could have had? Dior Homme Parfum, and personally, I think Dior Homme Parfum gives just a tad bit more than its versatile younger brother because of the various facets this has. That's my number 4. Now things are getting serious. Number 3. Let's get this. For my number 3, Chanel is making its way. And for number 3, I thought about occasions where I don't have to think. Something easygoing, something that would work as a Swiss knife, and I'm not thinking about wearing anything. Something that will just work, easy to pull off, do my daily chores. Like most of the day, that's what I'm doing for my casual days. Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extrême. Boy, this is something else. This is something else. This just out of the shower, fresh. You have that orange up on top. I don't know, I quite don't have the words to explain how they've concocted this. This is just an amazing fragrance for those casual days when I'm not thinking straight. You could actually rock this any season, any occasion, just like that. When you're not thinking, when you don't have to think much. Your savior for the day, Chanel Allure Homme Eau Extrême. Next, number 2. Now, seeing I've covered almost every occasion that I find myself available in, there's one that I haven't covered, that is for those inoffensive settings, for those official formal settings, this is what comes into play. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, versatile. Hell, this is the originator, the reason why there's a huge craze about these blue fragrances. This is what kicked off that sensation. Later, Dior followed on, and then many other brands came in, piggybacking on that success story. This is just brilliant grapefruit, but this is the Eau de Parfum version, so this is, in my opinion, the best iteration of the three. This is not that harsh and projecting as the Eau de Toilette, but then again, it's not too reserved. It's got some darkness in it because of the patchouli. This just makes me feel confident. This just makes me feel like $1,000,000 whenever I wear this. And for those occasions, for those official occasions, or let's say I'm going to uni and I'm not trying to offend anyone, at the same time I want to leave a lasting impression on them, this is what does that for me. Number 2. This brings on to my undisputed number 1. And what could it be? What could it be indeed? Any guesses? You can pause the video and come back later with your guess. Let's see if you get it. Well, do that. Pause the video and guess my number 1. See if you can get it. I'll just get on with my number 1. Well, let's give it some dramatic effect, shall we? Let's put on that drum roll. Yes, it's Baccarat Rouge. MFK's Baccarat Rouge. That's my number 1. And why so? Well, there's actually nothing that I've smelled so good, so exceptional in my whole fragrance journey up till now. And this actually hasn't grown on me like from the first sniff. I went through a decant of it before understanding the true joy and true concept of this fragrance. The one reason why, the very reason actually why it's number 1, because this makes me smell outstanding. It makes me feel like I stand out when I wear this fragrance, and that's what you're actually looking for when you're trying to rock some fragrances. Ironically, like Aventus Cologne, this is getting a sought after DNA, and a lot of clones are getting out of it for this, but not much of those clones are quite replicating the quality, so maybe that's a win for me. But this is, as a scent, this is just cotton candy. Like, this gives you the vibes of cotton candy, sweet. There's actually nothing to give it a proper description, because this, on my mind, it plays tricks, because all the notes that's listed on this specific fragrance, I feel like it through the life of this fragrance, it transcends, it just comes across, there's a crossover of all those notes at some point. And another effect that captivates me is the fact that when you think it's gone, after some time you get those magical whiffs and you're surprised. The sillage on this is incredible. The performance 10, sillage 10, versatile as fudge. You can rock it in every occasion except for the gym occasion that I've covered. It covers all the 9 categories that I've listed down below, and I can't see a better reason why this shouldn't be number 1, just for all those connotations that it has on me. That's about it. Now I'll get on with tagging people. Now that I've done my 10 for life, I'm keen on knowing your 10 for life. Please comment down below. If you had to live with 10 fragrances from your collection, what would that be? Now, what I'll do is I'm gonna tag some other people. I'm actually gonna tag 9 people to be precise and get this trend going. So, without further ado, or shall I say, that being said, it is what it is. Let's get the Redneck Nation riled up. Civilized Redneck, you, my friend, I tag you. And the second person that I'd like to tag is a guy I really like his work, especially his accent, to be honest. Mercy Sense, Mr. Kevin, you're up. The third person that I'm gonna tag is Nose, No Notes. The way he says that, it's pretty cool. I can't pull that. It's best you go to his channel to check out how he pulls off, how he chants this channel's name. He makes it sound pretty much of a big deal, if you ask me. Third, and then fourth, another great friend and fellow reviewer that I watch, and I'm really key. I really follow his work. His reviews are really soothing and quite chilled. Danielson, you're up, my friend. Fifth person will be the devilish son, Darren the Devil. Let's get locked with the devil. Let's you've been out for a while now, so I'm gonna put you to work. Mr. Darren, get on with it, mate. And is it the sixth one? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the sixth one is my big-hearted friend Mikalis from Mikalis Fragrance. Hey there, dude, how you doing? I hope you're keeping safe in these trying times. I tag you. I'm keen on seeing your 10 for life as well. Now let's tag a Big Fry. With Big Fry, I mean Mr. Joy. I tag you as well. I think I'm tagging all the guys here, so let's not break the balance. Let's tag some female reviewers as well, because I would like to see balance in the reviewing game. And a woman's perspective is really an absolute pleasure to know, especially if it's a frag addict like us. So first I'm going to tag Sniffing Fragrance, and my last tag will be Fab Trends by Mia. That's about it. And as always, the Frankenstein has